Hey guys, welcome back to episode 12 of Road to Global Elite, learning CSGO as a CS veteran. Before we jump into the games, I'm going to go over what I do to warm up and what I do to practice. So the first thing I do, as you can see on screen now, is play against some bots. These bots are ones that I made myself. They're slightly different to normal bots, but only slightly. Basically, they are more aggressive, they have better aim and better reaction times, and they also rush together a lot more. I quite simply just have some configs to go with the bots, which I exec when I'm going to play them. It sets all the match settings up, make sure my server is 128 tick and have 6 bots on the enemy team. I then just play max rounds 12, which is 6 rounds in each half, and I just play the game quickly. It gives you good practice on the pistol round, gun rounds and Chico rounds, everything really, so it's good practice for playing matchmaking. The next thing I will usually do is jump onto a deathmatch server. The one I usually use is in the description below. What I usually try and do is just get an AK or an M4A1 and tap. Rather than trying to spray, I just find it better practice to just tap. It's something I've done since 1.6. I will point out that when I was learning the game, I just basically played deathmatch like I would do in a matchmaking game, and what I mean by that is rather than just tapping, I would do what I feel is best to kill them, which generally in this game is to spray. But now I feel I know all the recoil patterns, I find it better practice to just tap because it polishes your aim. Other people will usually just spray at you, so you can just take your time, remain calm and try and shoot them with one bullet in the head. Obviously using this method, you're not going to get quite as good a kill to death ratio as you would do if you went all out and tried to kill the enemy in any way possible, but that's not what you should be trying to get out of deathmatch. You should just be trying to warm up your aim, and if you're already comfortable with the gun recoils and everything, just tapping and making sure your aim is high, that is the best practice you can do in deathmatch. The last thing I will then do before going into a matchmaking game or any other game is play about 5 to 10 minutes of a pistol only deathmatch server, either headshot only or just pistol only. What that does is just has you tapping slowly for the head, and it prepares you for the pistol rounds, which obviously are the most important rounds in matchmaking or any CS game. So that pretty much sums up my warm-up routine. I also do the exact same thing if I can't play that day. So for example, if I only have 10 or 15 minutes spare, I'll just play bots or just play some quick deathmatch. That way you're not having a break from the game and it doesn't feel like you're rusty when you come back to it.
Hey guys.
Hey.
So jumping into game 1, we are spawning as CT on Dust 2. What I tend to do in these matchmaking games is just see where everyone wants to play and then take the leftover position, because obviously I am solo queuing in this series and you have people who are queuing together, so I don't want to just say I'm playing long and have people who are on the same team speak and everything play different places. So what I try and do is get onto the platform at B and snipe heads, usually if I do play at B. In this case I got 1 kill and then died. The person who killed me then went on to get a 5-man, so it wasn't the best start to the game, but obviously with it being Dust 2, you shouldn't really be too worried about losing the pistol round. You can always come back. In fact, recently some of our friends list messaged me and gave me a screenshot of them being 14-0 down and going on to win the game 16-14, so never give up hope after just losing the pistol round. So on to the first gun round now. I did end up playing A actually this game because someone on my team decided to switch and asked me on the microphone if he can play B instead, which is fine. One person did come long. I missed my first shot and then went for the peek and got headshot from pit. I wouldn't say it was the wrong decision to peek again. At that situation against an AK, I should really be killing him. So it was my fault for dying and we ended up losing the round. So after losing that first gun round, we are forced to eco again. Obviously it's not the best situation to then be 5-0 down, but to be fair, it's only 5-0. People have come back from much worse differences. You can still win quite easily at 5-0. It's all about how you react to that situation. If you still keep an upbeat atmosphere and try and make your team play well, still just say, come on guys, we can do this, and just take it one round at a time, you've got every chance of coming back from 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, whatever really. Of course, this is solo queue matchmaking, so you're always going to have someone complaining. Just try and put that to rest either by voice comms or in chat in a nice way, and just try and get on with the game.
Dude, there are either 4 smurfs or 4 hackers, so we won't win this. Do you realize that? Okay.
So there you have it guys, we're either against 4 smurfs or 4 hackers and we will not win this game. So we'll see how he's doing at the end of the game and we'll see what the final score is. So on to round 6 now. As you can see, I pushed long at the start of the round and got 2 quick AWP kills. My teammates followed us up with kills of their own, and there's only 1 terrorist left at this stage. He is coming long, as you can see, and I missed 3 AWP shots in a row. I've been missing a lot of AWP shots recently that I feel I should really be hitting, but that's another matter. So as I have been tagged a few times with the AK and we are still 5-0 down, it's vital that I save my gun at this stage and don't give him the pick, don't give him an AWP that he could possibly save. So I call on the microphone that he is long and tell people to just play off him, play back, let the time run out. But obviously it's matchmaking, so people push up and get the kill, but we won the round anyway, so that's all that matters. So the rest of the CT half did go pretty smoothly for us. The rounds weren't anything spectacular, like there was no aces or even 3 or 4 mans. Most rounds just consisted of people getting the frags. I got quite a lot of picks with the AWP early on and we just took the rounds from there. We played pretty defensive, we didn't push, we didn't give stupid frags away, we just out-aimed them and managed to take each round one at a time and come back from 5-0. And the half actually ended 9-6 in our favour. So that's all you need to do. If you are 5-0 down, just take each round one at a time. Make sure you're playing as well as you can. Try and get your own picks. Fall back if you're going to die rather than giving them a kill back. And just take it, like I say, one round at a time. And that 5-0 will suddenly turn into a victory.
Nice.
Onto the T side pistol now. We decided to go into lower B and then from lower to mid. I managed to get the pick onto the CT playing in mid, and we managed to get into B with just 2 deaths, and we managed to kill 2 of them. So it was a 3v3 situation when we were in B. 2 of them from the CT side started coming tunnels, so I managed to land a nade on them and we got a pick on one of them. The third guy went back into the tunnel and it ended up being a 3v1 situation in our favour. From there we couldn't really lose, we just had to play defensive, not give him a pick, not give him a chance to pick us off one by one, and it was an easy round in the end.
Why would he wanted to save him? What the fuck?
For anti-eco as terrorist, I just like to call a place I'm watching, so in this case I called I'm watching short and mid, and just really wait for them to push you. If they don't push you, just work a bomb site together using voice commands obviously to say where you should go. You should base where you go on anti-ecos on what you see. So for example, if one of you is watching mid and you see nothing mid and someone in B tunnels and they see nothing in B, it's probably a good idea to see about pushing B. But obviously if you then hear or see 3 or more people in B, obviously you want to go A. So a lot of anti-eco round is just playing responsive. You don't need to have something in your head like rushing, you just need to see what the enemy do, let them make the first move, and then just make a push and a bomb site together.
Two guys long, one is 60 HP and one is 30 HP.
One mid.
Last one is 60 HP.
On the first gun round now as terrorist, it's a 1v1 situation after I plant the bomb and I know he's short. So what I want to do in this situation, ideally, because I've already planted for short, is to not let him in the bomb site because I have an AWP. I don't want him to get close to me, so I'm just flashing him off, peeking him early and not letting him get close. If it was a 1v1 before I had planted the bomb, I would have planted for long and gone in the pit. Just play it safe, make it hard for the CTs, and he should get an easy round. So at this stage the CTs were definitely on tilt. We were full of confidence because the CTs had only won 1 round in about 12. So we were pushing our positions early, trying to get picks and just working the bomb site where we got those picks. It was working out very well for us, and we ended up winning every single gun round from this stage really easily.
Nice guy, good job.
1 HP in pit. Fuck my life. 1 HP pistol him. Or do it like this.
So we're coming towards the end of the game now, and we did win 16-6, so you can see on the scoreboard in a second. So the person who said, you know, we have no chance of winning, they're all hackers, basically was completely wrong. We won 16 rounds to their 1 round, and we won the game pretty easily. So this goes to show, if you are losing by a few rounds or you lose a pistol, the game is not over. Just keep on playing, keep on encouraging your team, and you'll come out and win.
No scope, no scope, no scope.
Well,
This dude is a beast.
So straight after that game I did play another game, and the highlights are on the screen now. I'm not showing the full game because it was Dust 2 again. I've been queuing on all the maps at once and I keep on getting Dust 2, so I'll probably take that out of the queue for the next episode. So I'm not going to go into full detail because of that, and also it just wasn't a very entertaining game. People on my team weren't really talking, there wasn't too much communication. We still won 16-8, so it was a good result, but it's just a pretty boring game to play in and a pretty boring game to watch back and cast. So I'm just going to show highlights on the screen now. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode. At the start I went into a bit more detail about how I warmed up and things like that. So if you do enjoy that, let me know, or if you prefer me to just get straight into the game and show you the highlights, let me know that as well in the comments. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It helps me out a ton and it lets me know that you guys do like these videos. I'm also going to keep regular updates for this series as well as my CS history series. I'm also thinking of other things I can do, such as tutorials or ESEA games. I'm not too sure yet. I am thinking about that at the moment. Please do also consider following me on Twitter and Twitch, because I'm going to post regular updates on Twitter going forward and also play some streaming games on Twitch, probably starting this weekend. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and do stay tuned.
Probably the most important frag I've ever done was in a CPL final. I think it was 2003 or 4 or something like that. It was tied up. I think if they would have won that round, they would have gone to draw. And if